Hey everybody, just wanted to quickly butt in here and let y'all know that we have 3 new limited edition colorways up for sale of our Bathleth t-shirt. They're red, yellow, and blue, just like the 3 division colors in TNG. They're available at fugitiveframes.store for a limited time only. All profits from these sales will go to the Immigrant Law Center of Minnesota. Alternatively, you can go to standwithminnesota.com and see how you can directly support the cause of your choice there. Thank you very much for listening.
Feels spooky in here.
Did you say this was a controversial episode last time?
I said it's an infamous episode.
Infamous?
I'm assuming it's hotly anticipated also.
It's anticipated for several reasons.
Sure.
But, you know,
Yeah.
let's just get right in, you know, because the episode gets right into Beverly.
No foreplay.
This is silly. They're getting to the silly part. You know, they're like,
I know,
all the
they're
silly ideas we've had. Let's
Yeah,
give them a
they
whirl.
really are just like doing whatever they want now, which is
No,
fine.
that's legitimately what's going on. They're kind of being like, well, we can try weirder ideas now. I mean, it's, you know,
Like-
I'm here for
You
it.
know what? They are allowed. I'm not going to be the type
absolutely.
of person who's like, no, this isn't Star Trek. This is silly BS. But, you know, it's fun to a degree.
I am not.
Ricardo doesn't seem that excited at the moment.
No.
He seems a little hesitant.
See, I feel like season 2, season 3 are the seasons to experiment. You know what I mean? Season 7.
Really?
Here's the thing about season 7.
Okay.
You've already like gained such a big audience, right? Like
Yeah.
So I haven't asked this, but maybe I'm wrong here, and I think I'm right. From the original series to the animated shit to this, the viewership just grew like an insane amount, right? Because they have people now that are younger that like sci-fi, right?
Yeah. So when TNG first came back, viewership was large, but like not like out of the water, like blew it out of the water. It was like a success, but it wasn't like, oh my God. It wasn't until Best of Both Worlds that it turned into a cultural phenomenon, like legitimately, like mainstream people.
And then reruns helped it kind of, right?
Yeah, reruns.
Sure, yeah.
Since the original series, reruns have saved Star Trek functionally. Like it's always been a very important part of it, which is why Rick Berman was always so focused on making sure every episode can be self-enclosed, so reruns are always safe to watch. So,
and that's fine and all, but like you are on season 7 of a show that, you know, you just said became a cultural phenomenon. I don't think I'm.
Yes.
I don't think
Start
I'm using
fucking some
my
ghosts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my season 7, my last season, on fucking ghosts. You know what I mean?
I
And
would.
like,
I
and like
would.
silly shit. No, like I'm
would.
I'm going to. I may take risks, but more within like the boundaries of like exploring somebody's fucking parents or like something, which we did already with Data.
We absolutely
but-
are
In a weird
exploring
way.
Beverly's
Yeah.
In a very
grandparents.
deep
Yes.
way.
but like just for me, this is not a good way to end season 7. You know?
Yeah.
This is literally if they had done this season 6.
We're not ending it. We're in the middle of season 7. We're still in the
we've done
middle.
this
Yeah,
last
but
We're
season.
on the downward trajectory.
Last
Yeah, we're
season,
still-
great,
We're winding
dude.
down.
We're like, you know what? We still have another season. It's gonna be fine, guys.
This
Let's
counts
do-
as the series
let's do-
denouement.
Yeah, let's do the episode. Beverly gets back shots. You know, like it's fine. We're gonna be fine. But on season 7, we're like they're like, what are they gonna do? Like, how are they gonna? Will they ever top Measure of a Man? I mean, you know how I feel about that episode. I don't think it's the best one. But for people who like were
Yeah, they're
diehards,
looking for the
they're looking for another
the
like.
finale there. The
Well, then here
Grand
comes
Slam,
this
dude.
episode swinging for the fences.
Yeah,
I know.
Here's the thing: I like this episode because it's so damn silly. But I'm not the fans that they're. I'm not the demographic. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, the thing is, so at this point, Jerry Taylor is the showrunner, or at least
Maybe
the
I am the
person.
demographic. I'm just. I said that a while. That was a wild line, but you know.
Well, at this point, Jerry Taylor is the showrunner / head of the writers' room. And she is bringing a more feminine perspective to the writing.
Yeah.
And she was saying, hey, why not have some sort of like sexy
She's all, have you read
story?
Danielle Steele?
yeah.
So the thing is, this was actually, I forget the name of the person, but this was like a
novel.
This was like a pitch from someone.
Like an audience member, like a rando, like
No,
you
like
know how
a-
they
like
take
a
like
Danielle
public
Steele?
scripts?
sort of thing.
Yeah, it was like a pitch for a spec script. She didn't end up writing it because Brandon Braga ended up writing it. But the story
You could tell.
was like,
You can tell a dude wrote it.
Well, it was pitched by Jerry, by someone that Jerry Taylor then took. She liked the idea, and I think it was divisive at the time. Like,
Hear
apparently,
me out. Ghost.
Yeah.
Apparently, every
I
woman
bet you
who read
the original pitch,
Mm-hmm.
if it was pitched by a woman, was a lot like softer and more like romance novel. Where this dude's like, dude, she's fucking orgasming all over this fucking this shit.
He is
can't fucking
pounding
think.
her hard.
He's pounding her. He's ghost pounding her everywhere, dude. On the
For
chair,
generations.
by the
Like-
window.
Yeah, he fucked her
fucking
mom.
this
He
dude's-
fucked her
yeah.
mom. No, he didn't
Grandma,
fuck her mom,
yeah,
but he fucked
yeah.
her mom's
Yeah.
mom.
Her mom
mom's
died
mom.
before he got a chance to pound her. Like,
Yeah.
that's the
Regrettably.
story.
By the
He
way,
gets all up ins. Like,
I want to start off by saying this
He's a
one was-
motherfucker.
This one,
literally.
Sure is.
this one,
A grandmother
Was
fucker.
serial motherfucker.
I recognize the mom right away. Beverly's
Okay,
grandma or mom,
okay.
whatever. Was it grandma or mom?
Grandma.
Grandma.
You
That was
mean
a
old
grandma
lady?
because her.
Yeah,
Yeah, old
Yeah.
lady.
I know the
yeah,
lady. You
Wow.
will know the lady too. She's the lady
I
from
don't know the lady.
from Billy Madison from The Wedding Singer. You remember?
Really?
The meatball
From the
lady?
wedding
Oh,
singer?
oh, sure.
wow.
Oh, meatballs. That's the lady.
Wow.
Okay. I don't
didn't-
remember Billy Madison as
I
well
didn't
as I
commit
do
that to long-term memory.
like Happy
You guys
Gilmore.
don't like cinema, dude.
Apparently.
You guys like silly fucking
Apparently
movies.
not.
Actually, I do like Happy Gilmore a lot. I just don't like Billy Madison that much. Actually, I think it's a little too random for me.
Again, you guys don't like cinema.
Happy Gilmore is the better of the two, I'd say.
Yeah,
Billy Madison has
think
its
so.
moments, though. Like, I will always laugh
Madison-
at O'Doyle rules.
Yeah. Billy Madison has like a few self-enclosed funny moments, but I feel like Happy Gilmore builds on the laughter throughout the whole movie, like smartly. You're like, oh yeah, it's actually like getting funnier because it's referencing shit that it did earlier. Like, it's actually like funny in that way. But in any case, this was Sub Rosa, not Sub Rosa.
I need to finish this real quick. My rant, dude. So I
I'm
recognize the
sorry.
grandma.
I'm so
right, I
sorry.
recognize the grandma right away. the grandma right away, right? When I saw her,
Okay.
and then you hear the seducer. What's his name? I'm gonna call him the seducer. What's his name?
I thought at first it was
Rufus?
when I saw him in
Rufio?
a distance. I thought it was Shadow Stevens, but it's actually just some guy that I
I mean,
did
the
not
name of the
recognize.
character is Ronan.
Ronan.
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
Yeah, Ronan. Yeah.
So Ronan, you hear his voice first, and I'm like, I know that voice. I know the voice because I just watched this movie
Really?
like 2 months ago.
Off
I
of the
rewatched
voice.
it.
Interesting.
It's a movie that I've seen since I was a kid,
Mhm.
and the movie is Monster Squad, and he
Oh,
plays
okay.
Dracula. He plays Dracula in that movie.
Okay.
So immediately I
random.
was like, why does that sound like Dracula? And then he showed up and I'm like, 'cause
Monster
it is
Squad Dracula.
It is Dracula, dude. Werewolves got nards, dude.
I mean, Dracula is appropriate as a character in this episode too. 'cause
He
it's
is
all-
playing Dracula.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
basically. He's just being a seductive vampire guy.
I mean, speaking of seductive vampire, I mean, when this episode first came out, it was accused of being a ripoff of Anne Rice's The Witching Hour because the
Lasher.
character of Ronan is basically Lasher. Yes. So
Look at that picture I just posted on the Discord.
let me see here. Let me see.
It is a muscular picture of the guy who played Ronan, Duncan.
Yeah.
Rick
He's
Eyre.
dressed like
And
George of the
his
Jungle.
More
His
muscular.
bulge, big old bulge, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Let's see.
Huh?
I gotta
Quite the
look at
beefcake
this.
there.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God. I
Yeah.
was not prepared
Yeah, well, there you go.
for the
So,
pose and the wow. Insert picture here.
Sarah's
The
lighting the
YouTube
candle right
version.
now.
My goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me go grab my candle. Hold on.
It's
Come
got to
on,
be your
Ronan.
grandma's candle, dude.
yeah,
His
yeah.
name is
Grandma's-
Duncan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's British.
Does that
dude.
make him
Wow.
less attractive?
Yeah.
You sounded so disappointed.
Yeah, it does.
His name is Duncan.
Yeah.
Like, imagine like saying that in bed. You know what I mean? Like, oh
Hello,
man,
Duncan.
yeah, Duncan.
Oh no, you
know?
got the ick from Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan.
You gotta get your,
Ford
your grandma's
Duncan.
orgasm candle. If
Not
you're
even
gonna sell it.
yeah, I gotta get the orgasm candle.
Yeah.
Where do
Yeah,
I get this
like-
lantern? That's my question.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, a very recognizable character actor.
Wow, what a photo though. My
And
goodness.
immediately I was excited to see how he would look. But he looks like Dracula, like I imagined.
He looks like what you imagine Dracula would look like.
okay,
That's-
so in Monster Squad,
Duncan.
he's a classic Dracula with the slick back hair, you know?
I mean, that
Yeah.
sounds very attractive to
Yeah,
me.
but-
He
but-
sounds. Do you have a picture of that from that movie? Let's see. What
Yeah, I'll
does he
send it to you
look
now.
like?
But the Dracula, he's the okay. So as Ronan, he's more of a 80s Dracula because what he's portraying in Monster Squad is like a 1932's Dracula.
Yeah,
but
like
if you remember, what was the guy that was in the show earlier? He played. He didn't want to be credited. Remember, character actor.
Oh, Frank Langella.
Yeah, Frank Langella. He. I bet you they went up for Dracula.
Oh,
Frank Langella was Dracula as well.
What? Why does he look so weird?
Well, because he's covered in makeup.
Dracula.
Yeah, I just posted the Duncan Dracula, and he's he's just covered in makeup and stuff.
Yeah,
so that's why.
Could have been.
Yeah, it's a classical Dracula where they tend to have like pale makeup on.
And this
classic Dracula isn't
I think
fuckable.
The pale makeup would have been the lack of
glitter here.
Pale makeup.
Or like beautifully long.
Wait, he was in Star Trek before in different roles.
Oh yeah, some of those are spoilers, so don't look at them because he shows up in later episodes.
I see.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
don't look.
I did look, but it doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't know either way, to be honest.
I didn't know he was that buff. They should have dressed him to show off his pecs a bit more and stuff. Kind of like Khan.
No, he looks like sexy romance novel type. You know.
Yeah, like if you're going for like sexy romance novel,
the hair and kind of like the Renaissance type.
But
look,
Fabio showed off his chest.
Yeah,
a little. You know,
he was also in V, and that was a favorite of mine.
Oh, the show V.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Or miniseries.
Yeah.
Look at us. He's captured our hearts already.
Yeah.
Duncan.
Our hearts were captured by Sub Rosa.
Duncan.
Duncan. When it first aired on January 31st of 1994. However, that is too recent for an Around the Sun from the last episode, which only aired on January 30th. And also, it's only been a day, and Dan informed me also that there is no Simpsons update. So, there's no Simpsons, no Around the Sun.
There's Mexican news.
Oh, what's the Mexican news?
Tell them Mexican news, dude. In Hispanic culture.
Okay, Dan. What is the Mexican news?
While we were waiting to get this recording started, I did some research.
That was not a non sequitur. That's real. Okay.
No.
I did some research into the very date of the airing, the 31st, and it turns out that was the premiere of a telenovela by the name of Marimar, starring Thalia.
Yeah, dude. This is when my sexuality awakened. So it's a coincidence that it's the same day that aired this air, dude.
Yeah, several bombs being launched.
Yeah.
So this was important to Ricardo.
She was a country bumpkin or a beach country bumpkin, and they just put a little grease on her, and they're like, "She's ugly," and you're like, "I don't think she's ugly."
Good old she's ugly with some grease on her.
Yeah,
you said
so they My Fair Lady'd her.
Beach country bumpkin, like she was
what does that mean? A beach country bumpkin?
Like she was poor, but she's from a town by the beach.
That's like
okay.
Because usually, if you live by the beach, you're like, oh, they're rich. But surprisingly, weirdly enough, at least in Mexico.
Well, depends on the country. Yes, yeah.
I don't know here. Maybe in
here you're rich. You're
right. You're rich. But in Mexico, you could live by the beach and still be poor as fuck.
Well, because originally a lot of the beach, like San Diego didn't used to be a rich person city when you had a house near the beach. That used to be just where fishermen lived.
Yeah.
And then eventually we don't need as many fishermen, but rich people would love to have a beachfront. So it became more and more expensive, et cetera. So, literally the beach was gentrified.
Do they clean her up during the show and she has a glow up?
She has a glow up. And you're like, wow, I get that they're trying to make her look ugly, but
that didn't work.
That didn't work, but I mean, her glow up was, you're like, oh, fuck. All right, dude.
But it's like, what she's all that, she looks good with the glasses. You're like, she's really cute.
Yeah. Again, this one too, but when she does have the glow up.
It's media ugly.
It's like, you're like.
It's media ugly.
Damn, dude. Someone lit 10 of these sex candles.
Not ugly.
Not fugly ugly.
They called ugly, pug ugly, fugly, pug fugly, but never ugly.
That's our Simpsons for the week. We can call
there you
that.
go.
There you go. But we need to call our Ekster for the week because you know what? Confirmed. We are one of the only people who can offer our listeners a 20% additional discount.
Oh shit!
Are we though?
I was wondering where you're going with this confirmation here.
So it's been fully confirmed. Even though, because last week we were like, is this? I don't know. We're still talking, and then she put
like we are the only advertisers allowed to talk about dicks with the wallets on every ad.
Functionally also, because
And get
we're getting away.
20%.
We're getting away with it, and in fact, they're rewarding us for doing that. So
It brings in the bucks. They know that dicks sell.
They're like, they keep getting like merchant notes, and they're like, people keep asking if there is a certain variant, and then this is just not working out. But yeah, you can head on over to ekster.com. That's ekstr.com. Check
You
out.
think in their board meetings, they're like, how could we ethically source these fucking foreskins? You know?
Lab
They
grown.
are a B Corp,
Yeah.
so they are designed to be like environmentally friendly and conscious. So, you guys know the deal with Ekster. They have really nice compact wallets with quick access buttons that let you flick out your card. Buttons.
Buttons. I can't with the buttons.
Oh, we're back.
We're back to button.
I can't.
Why do you do that bit, dude?
I didn't until Sarah brought it up.
That's literally how he says it, and it's so weird. Button.
Honestly, at this point, I don't remember what my natural way to say button is.
No.
It's either button
Sarah.
or button. Like I'm
Button.
overthinking it every time.
Button.
Yeah.
Button.
Button.
How do you say it, audience? Do you say button? Button.
I was gonna call you Dan. Marvin, what how do you say butt plug? Can you say butt plug?
Butt plug.
Button plug.
Button plug.
It's either butt plug or butt plug.
Butt plug. Yeah.
Butt plug.
Plug.
Button, my button plug.
Oh my
So,
god.
you know, they have those nice compact wallets, but they also have backpacks, they have key fobs, all this stuff. One day they'll have butt plugs, extra butt plugs that are nice and compact.
They
and have a
been
quick access button.
they have been getting into everyday
Yeah.
carry lately.
Yeah.
So
They
you know.
You know what? You know how
Definitely, yeah.
A
Extra
quick
has.
access butt plug.
You know how they have for the wallets? They have the little like Find My wallet type.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thing?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
You think they'll
Find
get
it.
one with like a butt plug where you could find your butt plug?
I mean, anything can be a butt plug if you push hard enough.
I guess so.
I mean, you know, so
Sure.
Don't follow that advice.
We're not gonna
You gotta
judge
say
what you use
allegedly.
your
You don't wanna
wallet
get sued.
for.
I mean, you'll give the EMTs a story, but it's not worth it.
Not in this country.
No.
Go to a universal healthcare country. Then you can shove all the wallets.
You can
up
mess
the butt
around
you
there.
want. Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Go to ekster.com. Use our offer code Newbie for an additional 20% off whatever purchase you make off of Ekster, from wallets to backpacks to butt plugs, whatever you want.
To buttons.
Yep,
Ekster.
that's on their website right now. You go there and search for the word butt plug,
Yeah.
which they will totally note
ho-
in their histories.
I hope their analytics show like there's a suspiciously large spike in searches for butt plugs. Is that like a SKU we should start carrying? We should start.
Why are our
Come on.
customers so horny?
Marketing, get on that.
Use our offer code Newbie NEWBIE for an additional 20% off site wide, whatever you order. All right, let's get in there.
Ricardo, could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
I can. Who's
Oh.
saying this again?
That's the niece, your favorite,
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Tasha.
Yeah, it's your niece. It's your niece, Tasha, the niece.
Okay. So this show starts off and we're in fake Scotland, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Terraformed Scotland
Yeah, terraformed to recreate Scotland.
to the point where they stole cornerstones from actual Scotland to put in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like illegal.
That sounds
awful.
like the British Museum, you know? The
Reverse though, because
Well,
they're taking it
took
away from
their
the
home
island.
Yeah. Do you think they took some of the big curling rock stone island that they need to get all the curling rocks from?
Maybe, yeah, and that's the only place they can get curling stones transported to play curling.
I mean, they got to come from that rock.
yeah, it has to. Otherwise, it's not regulation, right? Like it's like literally not regulation. I think.
Yeah, like on like the official stuff, I'm pretty sure you can't. It's
Yeah,
got to come from that rock.
So the episode starts off and they're at a funeral. Beverly's grandma's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And they're at a funeral and they're in this town that they've they stole a bunch of stuff from Scotland to make this town.
Yes.
And Beverly like gets fucking like eye fucked by this dude at this town, and you find out it's what's his face,
Ronan?
Ronan?
Oh,
right?
Duncan.
Yeah,
The actor is Duncan.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so okay, I'm a little confused. Oh,
It's ghosts.
I know it's a ghost, but now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm kind of sober a little bit, not too much.
Oh, you're a little sober. Whoa.
Well, I mean, I'm not as high as I was when I watched the episode. The old man that died, the old Scottish man that died.
Eventually he dies.
Yeah.
What about him?
Why? How did he know that something?
Or Ned? Sorry.
Yeah, Ned. What was up with him? Like, if Duncan had taken over,
he's a sensitive. Like he knows.
Or he's a friend, and she just told him.
Yeah,
hey, by the way,
I will say it's totally unresolved because Ned shows up to Beverly and says like, "Hey, this candle's only brought misery and bad luck to your grandmother."
Yeah.
And by all accounts, according to her own journals, she was having a great time.
Yeah.
So it's
it's not like
what did he
fully
mean?
explained. Yeah.
Was it a double personality thing?
No.
Was she sometimes Duncan?
Being
Ronan, sorry, yeah. Was she sometimes Ronan and sometimes Grandma? Because this doesn't make any sense, dude.
I think what it is
because he seemed like he'd fucked her, dude.
He might have. I mean, he may have been romantically interested in her, Ned.
No, but did he fuck Grandma or did he fuck Ronan? You know.
So I think the ending might be darker than Beverly thinks it is. Just to quickly skip to the ending, then come right back because she rereads the journal again, and she goes, "Well, by all accounts, my grandma seemed really happy, right? But that's just the shit she wrote down while intoxicated under this ghost spell."
Wasn't it 24/7 though? She was with this guy. Like once he got inside her, like that
he took over her body.
State.
He took over her body.
Yeah,
dude.
like he needs to somehow permanently bond to your form to stay or to like
because her eyes turned green. Remember the whole green eye thing?
Yeah,
that was like really him.
So that has like a few implications. Like, does that mean
how come he can still control her after she's dead?
Yeah,
don't know.
Okay. Look, it's not that type of story.
This was very thought out.
Come on, even horror movies have rules.
Well, okay. So does this mean
these rules don't make sense, dude?
When they fully bonded, does that mean it's no longer her person? And he fully took over?
Get out.
Okay, so this is a get out situation?
This is a get out situation, dude.
Or is this or is this a symbiosis situation?
No,
I think that she's completely gone. That's why I feel like it's a little sad because her grandma was gone.
Yeah.
So that journal is a lie then. Every word of that journal is a lie.
Was
I don't interpret it that way. That's way too much acting for Ronan to keep up on his own. Be like, oh, I'll write out my grandma journal and then I'll leave it for my family. And then I need to go find the granddaughter and do that and do it all over.
What if he just put it? Because so he was pleasuring her inside the body, if you know what I mean. You know?
Oh yeah, he went. The gas went directly in.
Yeah, right in the gooch.
Yeah,
right into the pores.
Yeah,
it's a very intense, intimate type of.
He could have been on autopilot and letting her write that stuff. You know, like he's like, I'm gonna take a $5 and then go. Oh well, I don't. I'm not gonna fuck you for a bit. Go write this thing, you old bag. You know.
Also, like. If you're in a constant state of ecstasy while you are connected to Ronan, can't you basically just not function as a person at all for the rest of your life, basically? Because Beverly's mind was consumed by getting like fucked by this guy every moment. Like she could not get enough.
Yeah.
You get used to it after about 2 years.
Yeah.
Does that mean like I like it would have been really interesting and maybe funny and also sad if like Beverly mentioned, like, oh, there's been a history of like dementia in our family. And it turns out it's because this ghost is just fucking them so well that they can't think about anything else.
You're stigmatized.
Kind of like Seek Shelter, the movie Seek Shelter.
Oh, I'm not aware of Seek Shelter. How does that work?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind. Fuck you.
It's a great movie. The guy who did Midnight Special. It was his movie before that.
Okay.
It's Michael Shannon, and you don't know. He starts having like apocalyptic visions, and he's like warning people, like there's something coming, guys. There's something coming. We have to prepare. We have to build like shelters all these things.
We have
and
to
then you
seek
find
shelter.
Out you find out his mother, and he has like a family history of schizophrenia. And the whole movie, you're like, this guy's crazy. Clearly, his mom's in a home, and and you don't know till the end.
This is just like the butterfly effect, where his dad had a history of schizophrenia and it runs in the family, but it's because it turns out his family has the ability to go back in time.
Did you say it turns out?
Yeah, turns out. Yeah.
Turns out. Laces out, turns out. Okay. So
a Benoit Blanc mystery.
Look, we can't go deep on this, dude, if you know what I mean.
That's the thing.
It's confusing.
It's
really
not
confusing.
That type of story, in my opinion. I think what they did.
I understand, but Marvin, there's gotta be rules, dude. We gotta have some sort of rules, dude. This isn't like the fucking
they really
Prime
play
Directive.
it fast and loose here.
Yeah,
it's very fast.
You could play fast and loose with the Prime Directive. Not here, dude. Not with orgasms, dude.
I think it's less that there are no rules, and it's more that like they just don't dive deep into it. Because I feel like
because it doesn't make any sense. That's why.
Well, I think
they wouldn't have an episode.
I think there are ways you could string it all together to have like a deeper logic, but they just didn't care. I think. Like, there's nothing that precludes the possibility that all these things that we said were true or not. It's just that wasn't the focus or care of the episode. All we need to know is that there's a ghost fucking Beverly. How do we stop it? That's the whole episode.
And it's a bit too simple, and for me, I guess. Like,
yeah,
it provides a bit of fun, but it's not quite much more than that.
To me, it's amazing that it went on for so many generations without no one being like, hey, so mom and grandma are trying to fuck all the time. They're talking about, like, I don't know. It just seems like...
It started up, like, when? Like, in
1647.
Yeah.
So it has been, like, 800 years.
Okay.
Like,
so, like, 10 generations or so?
Hey, what's going on with grandma? She keeps excusing herself to the bedroom. Like, I'm just like, I don't know.
She keeps moaning. We keep hearing.
Yeah, there's some weird. We walked in on her, like, doing some weird shit.
Yeah,
I keep finding quick release butt plugs.
Yeah, with Finite butt plug. Trackers.
I mean, like they do chalk it up to kind of like, well, it seems like all of the Howard women have quite the libido, they kind of just go, everyone in her family is just horny, and have always been. It's just a strange, like, I think the thing that makes the least sense is her finding her grandma's journals and then deciding to just keep reading when she sees her talking about sex.
Yeah,
because I feel like
she wanted to read it all. She was falling asleep reading them.
Marvin, it makes that part you're concentrating on the part that fucking makes sense, dude.
Like, wait,
you're like, Marvin, you find your
confusing.
Okay, so that's what you want to do. Okay,
Marvin,
now we know your point of view.
No, listen, dude. You find your grandfather passes away, right? You go and he left you fucking some old coins and a fucking Confederate gun or whatever, and.
My Korean grandfather left me a Confederate gun.
Okay.
That's a story.
Yeah.
How did you get it?
And how did he get it, dude? And you find his journals and you're like, oh, let me start reading. And you're like, and he's like, man, I was fucking pegging people left and right, dude. And immediately I'm like, let me find a comfy chair, dude, because I need to know everything about this fucking pervert. You know what I mean?
Okay, there's a difference. Okay, there's a difference between wanting to know everything and getting off on it to the point that you start then talking about it with your gal pal, and she encourages you to keep reading because it's making you horny.
And you're having sex dreams because you read your grandma's journal.
You know the part that made me laugh like hysterically? It's because the first time you hear Ronan speak, it's this awful monster voice going, Beverly.
I know, yeah.
And then the very next scene, it's like, oh man, I had the sexiest fucking dream.
She likes monster fucking,
This guy started sounding off like Nosferatu.
Yeah. He starts off sounding like a monster.
I don't shave my mustache.
And then later on, when Deanna Deanna comes to find her in like her like a battle robe or battle bathrobe or whatever.
Yeah.
And Beverly says, "I'm exhausted." And then Deanna's like, did you have another dream last night where you jerked off too hard?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you can see that Beverly is like ultra saturated. Like they colored her up a little more to seem like she's glowing.
Yeah. All Jonathan Frakes decisions, by the way, because they were like,
but
good on Frakes. Good on Frakes.
Damn, he's not in this episode at all. There's notably not a lot of staff in this episode.
He was directing it, that's why.
He was the director of the episode.
Oh, he was the
At
director?
the Philip
Oh,
Scotland.
fun. I missed that.
Yeah.
He pulled his Beyond Belief. I don't know if he was doing that at this time, but
Well, he was directing. He's like he was working hard behind the scenes.
Yeah, Beyond Belief definitely came after TNG was over.
Yeah, fully.
Okay, Sarah.
Love it.
You go home because your grandmother passed away.
Mm-hmm.
You find her diaries where she's a wild slut, dude, before your grandfather. Aren't you gonna fucking keep reading, dude?
No.
What are you talking about? You guys don't. You guys are fucking
the first
wild.
iteration of any kind of thing, I would shut it and be like, okay, I'm good.
What if instead she was like, oh, I found a hot 30-year-old when I was like 80.
The hot 30-year-old?
Yeah.
And she's already... No, I would immediately close and be like, I don't want to know
not
this.
80,
Absolutely.
100.
Okay.
No, I don't want to read this.
Okay. Let me tell a story.
Okay.
When I was when my grandfather retired, he moved to Mexico and bought a house and built a house and huge house. And then so my grandparents used to take care of me after school here. So what happened was during the summers, I'd get sent to their house in Mexico.
Yeah, sure.
And I must have been like 12, 13 around there, maybe around there. And my grandfather had tattoos. Like he was in an old greaser gang here in LA. So he had a bunch of tattoos, and one of the tattoos said Maria, right? They had the name Maria. And my grandma's name is Maria Isabel, right?
Okay.
So one time I was like, Grandma, Grandpa got that tattoo. Because I was talking about how I wanted tattoos. And she's like, don't ever get the tattoos, blah, blah. And I'm like, but Grandpa has tattoos. Grandpa has a lot of tattoos. He's sleeved up, And she's like, don't get tattoos, And I'm like, and then he got that tattoo for you, like Maria. And he's like, not for me. And I'm like, and she's like, don't ask me, And
Maria's super common.
And then I'm like, oh my God. And then I start asking people.
Sore
and
spot.
No one wanted to tell me. And it was like, and I'm
Everyone's
like,
like,
I asked my mom, and she's like, I don't know. She's like, that's what she told me, and I don't ask, dude. And I'm like, we're Mexican. Why wouldn't we fucking ask? We ask about everything. We're in everybody's business, dude. Like, that's our brand.
Like, who's that?
Yeah.
Who's Maria?
And like, now you're going to say, no, we don't do that. And so I want to say a few years ago, my father-in-law gifted me like, that thing where you could see like your history, your family history.
Oh, like an ancestry,
or that's it.
Whatever. Mm-hmm.
With DNA or with like research?
With research, like he basically basically gave me the unlimited one where I could research anything.
Okay, that's the cool one to me. The one where like they go back into records.
So
and stuff.
I found my grandfather was previously married.
And so it comes
and I was
out.
like, I need to know more. And I'm like, if I would have found my grandmother's fucking journals, I would still have read them because I'm fucking nosy, dude. And the fact that you guys are letting me down, dude, because I would need to know everything.
Well, that's a thing. If I inherited, if someone's, well, it doesn't have to be sex. Like anyone, if anyone died and I happened upon their journals, I wouldn't read them. Regardless,
why not?
Because it was a private journal.
I'm sorry to fuck you, dude. This is beta fucking attitude, dude.
This is a beta opinion.
Yeah, dude.
They're dead. What do they care? Read away.
Marvin's like, look, it could be sex journals or it could summon a ghost, dude. I don't want to do either.
I mean, like, depending on who it is, I might be curious, but...
See? Damn, I mean, you're a true friend, dude.
I don't know. I think I'm with Marvin. I think I'm with Marvin. Like, I feel so weird. Like, this was meant to be private. This was meant to be, like, a private...
Well, also, it would need to be, like, if someone entrusted them to me, that would be the other thing.
Yes, that's different. Yeah, like Julian did to Dax. He actually specifically gave them to Dax.
Right, that situation, that works fine.
Well, that's different because he was like, read these.
Yes. But even then, I would ask Julian, are you sure you want me to read all of your private journals? And then if he truly agreed, it's like, okay, then sure. But then, I don't know. Like I've slowly learned random things about my family over the years.
Yeah, it's terrible for me. At least.
I kind of just don't want to know more. the more I know, the more awful it gets.
Yeah, you want to put your head in the sand. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be like, oh no, like you exist as the person I made you to exist in my mind. I don't want to learn the real reality.
No, see, that I don't believe in that. I believe in here's the thing. You're basically saying separate the artist from the art. Is what you're saying.
For family members that you like. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I don't need to know more about the artists. That's what I'm saying.
I choose not to learn more.
I don't want to know. I like Woody Allen, and I don't want to hear anything else. Let me close my ears. Blah 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 blah.
That's exactly the same thing. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
The thing is,
well, it's more like I don't want to hear about Woody Allen. Don't you fucking tell me anything about Woody Allen.
Yeah.
He's my hero, and don't tell me anything.
I think it's tough when it's like a family member that maybe you care about a lot more versus like maybe if it was a family member I didn't really care too much about, then maybe there would be like, like when I learned that my grandfather had an affair and a separate child type thing. I didn't know that. Like you learn all this like family lore of like, oh, grandpa was cheating and had a whole nother family that my grandmother never knew about and like all this kind of stuff. And you're kind of like,
yay,
damn, like what the fuck? Like this is, I looked up to this, it doesn't change my opinion of them in that way, but like, you kind of like learn things and you're like, fuck, like, hey,
new family.
It's kind of like the reality of things, and you kind of don't want to know that stuff. I don't want to know that stuff.
To me, honestly, and I'm not being like facetious, I honestly think everyone's flawed in some way or another. No one's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So I think to me, wholeheartedly, this is the separating the art from the artist. And to me, I want to know everything. I want to know everything because also like maybe that shaped who you are. Like, okay, like let me know more. I want to know more. Like I don't mind knowing bad things about. I mean, I love my grandparents were like my parents to me.
Yeah.
Like literally, almost. And to me, that doesn't make that. That just makes them like, oh, to me, that makes me more interested in knowing like, oh, also it gives me perspective. Like, oh, I don't have to be perfect. Like my flaws, the people that came before me in my family weren't perfect. And I don't have to be perfect because we're human and we're flawed and we all deserve second chances. And to a certain extent,
I think it's like a learning thing. I'm trying to learn to be better about that. I agree with you. At the core, I agree with you. But for me, like I remember, I held my grandparents and my grandma specifically at such a high pedestal. I remember I saw her smoking a cigarette and I started crying. I literally was just like, how could she? Like I was bawling my eyes out. Like I was just like, there's no way she smokes cigarettes. Like that's unbelievable. Like it shattered in that moment. It like shattered my perception of her so badly. Looking back, I'm like, that's so ridiculous. But as a little kid,
how quaint.
You're just like, oh my God, grandma can't smoke a cigarette. She's not a real person. She's going to die, and you're just like freaking. Like I remember.
Well, that's also when
day,
you're a child.
Like
That's fine.
Yeah, but like, it kind of like if you multiply that times like, all right, well, when I was little, smoking a cigarette, I was like, that's crazy. She would never do anything bad or to threaten her health. But like as an adult, you also think like, hey, this person would never like do all these things that maybe their journals or their inner lives have. You like have an idea of them that is maybe somewhat not true or innocent or like the best. They were maybe not the best person, and like you want to like desperately hold on to this like image of them, and then you're kind of like, oh shit, grandma was fucking.
But why do you want to hold on to that image?
I think it's just, I don't know. I think it's definitely coming from like a child's place. Like, I recognize that it's totally, it's totally not logical. Like,
I think it's a very understandable impulse to want to hold on to that.
It's an impulse to like want to be like, oh no, like this person. That's why I have this impulse to not want to read their journals because I know I'm probably going to find something that's going to be weird. Like what if what if grandma said the N-word? You know, like, oh my God, you know, I would freak out. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? You know, like
the likelihood of that is like, so high, dude.
I know, and I just don't want to, like, you want to kind of like,
it was
be
that
like,
one time,
I don't want to believe that
Yeah.
you could do that. I don't want to believe or that, you know, there's just certain things. And if you got dive into someone's like private lives, that's why I'm like, let it be. I don't want to be involved, but I get it. I get that it's not logical.
Yeah. To me, it's like, it humanizes people where you don't want to, it's kind of like, in a weird way, in a weird roundabout way, it's kind of like when you tell somebody who's a certain supporter of a certain political person, like, oh, here are the facts. And they're like, no, like, that's not. And it's like, well, what do you mean? Like that these are the truths about people, and like, they're not a deity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. It humanizes people that you look up to, which is better. I think that has had a lot of that has helped me grow a lot, to know that, like, oh, this person who I thought was perfect isn't perfect. And even as a kid, I knew my grandparents would let me. My grandma would ask me to ask for my grandfather to light a cigarette and send it, so then I would smoke it on the way back.
I feel like your example breaks down a little bit, because the people that you described are usually not the type to change their mind once they hear about the bad things.
What do you mean?
Like,
oh, no. I know they're pieces of shit, dude.
Yeah, like, it doesn't like evolve their perception of who they worship is.
There's a difference between willful ignorance and people who just haven't heard the rest of the information.
Yes.
There you go.
And I take that with how it is. But like, even my mom, I'm like, I remember like at like 16, 17, I came home and I was smoking a cigarette, because I started smoking really young. And she saw me and she didn't say anything.
Sarah's devastated.
Yeah, she didn't say anything. My mom was like, because my mom smoked. Like, what are you going to say? Don't smoke. So she saw me and I fucking put it out in the sidewalk before I went into the yard. And she just saw me and I was like, hey, mom, hey. And then I just walked past her and and I was like, all right, I guess I could smoke it from her. And I smoked it on my mom after that.
I think for my part, it's a bit more, I think I might have been more in your camp, Ricardo, had I not gone through a specific funeral recently, where a lot of information about the person who died came out. I won't say what or who exactly, but it like was horrific enough that it completely changed my perception about like large groups of the family. And it's sort of like, in a way, it makes it more complicated. You know what I mean? In a way that was not necessarily welcome at the funeral. Like, to me personally, it was already complicated in the manner in which they passed. And then this type of nuclear drop of information that happened. So like, it's almost like... Would you
prefer that you have known it at all, or preferred to have keep knowing the person you thought you knew prior to information coming out, you know? I
think it's more of the way I found out, I guess.
Okay.
That, I mean, I think because once the person dies, suddenly you, in an unconscious way, cement the way that person was in your mind. And then as that starts crystallizing, then the nuke hit. And you're like, what the fuck? So, you know, that causes severe emotional whiplash.
Would it have been different if they told you while they were alive?
Oh yeah, themselves? it would have been completely different. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so that in that manner, I think the order and maybe the spacing in which information comes in matters a lot too. Which makes me like think of,
and again, every person's different. You're going to accept information differently than Sarah will and I will. I understand it. Like, I had the same thing in my mom's funeral. Like, certain things came to light that I'm like, oh great, now I don't have to talk to that person. But it was like it was a positive for me. Like, I don't care to speak to a lot of people. So like, me having this huge dossier of things to come out, I'm like, oh good. Like, I was on the fence about not talking to these people. Now, great, good.
Well, yeah. Well, for me, it was less that there is it can increase my blacklist, and it's more of like wow, that is horrific.
Yeah.
And there is no way to reverse that. Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like, the people who are currently alive, there is nothing we can do to help them directly right now. maybe ever. So it's that type of thing where I was like, it was just unassailable. There was no silver lining to that bad news because the people I already hated, I just hate them more. So it didn't but that's beyond the point. I think this is why I'm probably at this point personally averse to going through journals very quickly.
Oh, I'm no matter what it is, man, dude.
So I have a hypothetical. If you found your parents' journals after they passed,
I'm gonna fucking read it immediately.
Would you read it? Really, you would?
Yeah. Immediately, yeah.
I might put it in a drawer somewhere, and maybe one day I'll read it.
Here's the thing: you don't write a journal. A journal wants to be read. You know what I mean? You don't write a journal. If you want something not to be read, I wrote that thing. I should get rid of it, or you don't write it.
Yeah, you burn it. Or
here's the thing: but that's not. I journal too. I journal too. Sometimes.
But that's not the point of journaling. The whole point of journaling is to process through prose. It's not to have it.
Well, you got to get those journals with the little lock and key. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. The lock will keep people out.
It's why there's a difference between a journal and a memoir. If you want people to read about what's going on, that's a memoir. But
if you don't, here's the thing, Marvin. If you don't want people to read your journals, leave that in your will or tell somebody. Don't give my journals away.
Or don't write it at all.
Yeah.
I feel like journals are more expected to be read by others than say a diary.
Marvin.
What about you, Dan? Dan, would
Marvin,
you do
here's
that?
the thing. If I had a diary and I had some dark shit that I didn't want my kid to know, anybody, I would go, I'm going to tell 3 people that I know that if I die, that they should kind of say hey, there was a journal thing he definitely want, and then if 3 people come that don't know each other, you're like, oh, clearly somebody would know, oh, he definitely didn't. Okay, I'll respect that. If when my mom passed away, her sister came, and then another person that her friend from work came, and they were like, hey, your mom had this thing. She just said just don't read it, get rid of it, burn it, whatever. I'd be like, oh, cool. Those were 3 people that didn't really kind of have a connection that are telling me this. I'm going to respect that. But I've had friends that to do that. I had friends that are like, hey, my computer, this is better if my wife doesn't open that computer. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be doing that. Whatever you're doing, don't be doing
whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is. Second of all, there's nothing on my computer, my phone. Here's the thing is that I hand my kid my phone all the time. There's nothing in there that is that I would be ashamed of him finding. There's so many times that I'm saying horrible things on my phone, but I don't care if he sees that because I would say that in front of him,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I'm me and I'm, there's nothing I wouldn't write that I wouldn't want my wife to see or my kid to see. And same on my computer. There's nothing on my computer that you would find that I'd be ashamed of.
Right.
So my thing is, if you didn't want something to be found, then make it clear. You have so many. It wasn't.
You need to set up a safe house style Shungoku Satsu fail safe password.
It's just simple. It's simple. Just, tell 2 people. That you want your journal fucking burned. And that's
You just reminded me of that fail safe Are You Alive app that's been popular in China lately. I've been hearing.
What is that?
It's an app for single people living alone where you have to check in at least once every 2 days, and if you don't, it will automatically notify your emergency contacts to hey, something might be going on with this guy.
There's been versions of that in Korea and Japan as well.
That's people don't talk to each other enough to notice that.
Yeah. Well,
to be like, hey, I haven't heard from this person in a little bit.
It's legitimately useful. I'm assuming it's popular because it's useful.
Yeah,
a lot of people in Asia use it. They my aunts were wondering if my grandma should use it since she lives alone. But also, my grandma calls.
So your family has brought that up before?
But my grandma calls them every day. So
that would also might be a thing.
That basically is the thing.
Yeah.
But there has been considerations of should we put apps on her phone that detects if there's been a problem generally? Because sometimes an app can have an accelerometer that detects a fall or it detects a sudden stop, and then it will notify.
What if she reads the football score and she throws the phone and you think she ran into
oh my god, grandma's been in an accident.
Grandma just fucking went 10 miles an hour.
Grandma just went 400 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
Damn, it's a good arm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, grandma's got
She's
an arm
God
on her.
Damn it. She's like,
but Dan, would you read your parents, journals or something, or would you?
I might stash them away somewhere somewhere and skim them when I feel like I haven't been upset in too long.
So you're like on the fence. Maybe you might take a gander.
Yeah. Maybe one day the truth will entice me, but I'm not in any rush to figure it out.
I wouldn't be in a rush. Out. Yeah. That's the thing. I would just be like, let's put him in a drawer for now. Let's worry about this later. So
and to be fair, like, okay, so like I don't know my biological father, right? I know he was into sketchy things, and I could like find out, and my nosy part of the brain wants to know, like, oh wow, but also like to a certain extent, I've lived my life having like the best dad, stepdad that I have. So there's like, I feel like there's no need there, and also like I do understand that on the flip side, I wouldn't be upset. Like if somebody came and they're like, hey, your mom had a kid she gave away. And this is now your brother. I'd be like, oh, cool, dude. That's so wild. And like now I have another like half brother or whatever, But I know no one sees it that way. Not a lot of people see it that way. A lot of people would be devastated to find out. Like you would be devastated, Sarah, if you found out like your dad had a kid you didn't know about. I wouldn't. I would honestly be like, oh, that's wild. Cool. Let's fucking talk it out, dude. I want to know everything about you, dude. Or dudette.
I mean, it would definitely shatter the image of the person. I think it's more like, oh, you have this image, an idea of a person that you think like very well. And obviously people have layers to them. And I think with me, I have a lot of layers to me, but I'm like you, I'm pretty transparent. If somebody were to like pick up my journals and read them, you're not going to like find out some like crazy thought. I might be a little bit more elaborative on like how I'm feeling about something, but it's not something like crazy. Like I don't have anything to hide in that way, and I'm not like, oh my god, like all
so
this stuff. So
if you started having routine ghost sex, would you journal it or not?
Yeah.
That's the real question here.
Yeah, I might actually.
If it's that good, how could you not journal it? Right?
Like that's how you know that that this was a real deal.
Yeah.
I gotta let future generations know that if this guy shows up,
see, that was her mistake. She journaled.
Well,
all in.
Yeah. Well,
some things just belong in the mind. You know what I mean? Like some things just stay up here. They just stay up here. So like, I need to put them out on paper and all.
So like a lot of the time, I'll say things to my wife, and she'll. This is why I don't journal. To be honest, sometimes my wife will say things. I'll say things to my wife, and my wife will go, "Don't ever repeat that in public. Don't repeat that thought that you had ever."
I've been in the presence of both of you when she's told you that. The lunch once.
Don't repeat that in public again. Like, don't just. That's an inside thought.
She told you that at a dinner.
Yeah.
And so like for me to write things, it's more like dark thoughts that I have as opposed to like and dark humor. You know what I mean? As opposed to salacious secret. Like my secrets.
Oh my god, it's just like that book that Sarah and I audiobook listened to where the author was putting down her darkest thoughts.
Okay, but that was really dark. That was like, really, really disturbing stuff that you're like, I don't know.
I forgot the name of the book.
Verity.
Yeah.
If anyone has read Verity in our audience, you'll know what I mean. But like, and it's also going to be a movie or a show. It's one of like a popular books. But she was like writing stuff in her journal, like, oh, I want to like murder my baby, my infant. It was like very disturbing that I'm like, okay, I think maybe this is bridging on like this.
Literally, the journal will be like, this baby is getting in the way of my husband dumping his cum in me over and over again. That's basically what she writes.
Yeah, and like the jealousy of the infant. She's just like, my husband loves this infant more than me. I want to like stab this infant to death. And I'm like, okay, that's really dark. And, maybe we need some criminal intervention here. You know, it was just like, oh my God.
Oh,
like,
criminal intervention. Like a
crazy.
criminal.
Motherly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I get that there's all sorts of people struggle with like, you know, all sorts of depression and feelings and things like that. This book actually, you know, took it in a very weird direction, but like,
Yeah.
I get people journal about things that they don't want other people reading. Or dark thoughts or feelings and things like that. But I don't know.
I once had Marvin tell me that for something I showed him that I did in the video game.
Oh,
you and Marcel were like, delete this immediately, guy.
For the Red Dead Redemption stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, that's taking. Well, okay. To be fair, within the context of the game,
delete this part.
It's not that bad. It was. I won't describe it, but it honestly wasn't that bad. Honestly, it's just video game shit. That's all.
It's just stuff that should get you canceled.
Yeah.
We don't need to be
just light stuff that'll get.
It's stuff that Red Dead Redemption kind of encourages you to do.
Why do we call it redemption?
It was.
Is that what I said?
Did I say? It was GTA.
I feel like you said it twice.
Oh, it's
Red Dead Redemption.
It was GTA.
Oh, I thought it was Red Dead. Okay.
No. That too. I did it there too.
Okay. Because that's the one I remember.
You know, I'm thinking about, especially if my grandma was fucking like a 30-year-old, I would be extra disturbed.
Oh,
like that's
I definitely
ghost.
See, to me,
and a ghost. Grandma's fucking a 30-year-old ghost. I would be like,
wait, hold on. I'm starting to wonder here. Did she start the ghost fucking when she herself was closer to 30?
Yeah,
she had to have,
because he didn't.
So it's just a Benjamin Button sort of thing,
Sarah.
Yeah, so it's like the
she
ghost has to stay the same,
and then she's 60 and he's 30. You know what I mean?
I think what's happened is that in the journal he remains 35.
He's like a vampire.
Therefore, she into her hundreds is fucking
that's a vampire
35.
situation.
It's a. But to be fair, it's the other way around too.
She kept him a secret that long.
It's the other way around because
he's invisible, man.
Not a lot of people realize like in Twilight.
See, that's fucking
he's a pedophile, dude. Because he's 200 dating a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Well, continuously like falling in love with daughters and granddaughters.
That's fucking weird.
Shit,
he's like, I fucked the whole bloodline, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and you're like, oh my God.
The Howards are the most beautiful women I have ever known.
God, that's disturbing.
They're redhead.
From the womb to the grave.
And the carpets match the drapes.
Like, I can't even believe that like Beverly fucked some guy that has fucked her grandma, has fucked her grandma's grandma. Like,
but he was that good though. You know what I mean?
But you're about to join a grand tradition.
God, that's so weird.
This is Mayfair witches shit. You know, it's like
I know, but it's just like even just like physically and biologically, like, you know, his dick has been with your other fucking family members. Like, that's fucking weird. Like,
for almost 800 years.
Like, how do you define a ghost dick?
Even a ghost dick, I think, is weird.
Well, he didn't physically fuck them. He didn't physically fuck them. He mentally fucked them.
Well, does he eventually physically fuck them? Because then he takes like a physical
The rules
form?
are sketchy, Marvin. We don't know.
I mean, okay,
it doesn't matter.
He spent a lifetime with every one of these ladies. They probably got to experimenting.
But to answer your question earlier, Sarah,
and whatnot. Yeah.
I find out my 60-year-old grandma banged a 30-year-old. I need to know the details of why. How did this happen? Who seduced who? There's so many questions I have. I'll try to seance this shit, dude, just to get some more fucking questions answered. Like,
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
did somebody win a bet?
Yeah, where was Grandpa? You know what I mean?
Where was your grandpa? Was he in on
was
this?
Was he sitting on a cook chair?
Oh my God!
Like,
see,
oh my God, that's the chair.
This is territory I want to steer clear of with anybody I'm related. I do not want to know. I want to put my head in the sand. I don't want to.
Your ghost lives in the cuck chair.
I don't want to know. No, I don't want to know.
I'm not getting off on this information like Beverly is, but I'm definitely like so
You're not
nosy.
Staying up at night.
I'm so generationally nosy that I have to know.
Again, I think the thing that makes this truly weird is that the episode frames Beverly getting horny off of it as normal.
God, that's
to the point where Deanna is like, "Oh, great! I'm jealous." It's like that part's very.
I'm trying to imagine if a friend came to me and like had that conversation that they had in the cafeteria where they're talking, and she's just like, "Hey, I had this like crazy dream, and like I was reading my grandma's sex journals, and then I had a sex dream." I would be like, "Stop right there!
They'd be like,
that's
whoa.
a little weird."
No, Sarah, I would be the opposite. I'd be like, "Stop right there! Can I photocopy these bad boys? I need to fucking read them myself too."
Can I read some as well?
Deanna,
help me
Deanna
out.
Troy? Deanna Troy fucked up because immediately the first wet dream she has, the Crusher, I would have been like, stop. Literally, let's go and replicate this fucking journal. It'll take 2 seconds and let me read it. I'd like to have, I want
to know what you're talking about.
But to go back a little bit, one last go back. I've been going to Mexico every year for the last few years.
That makes sense.
And my cousin and I, my cousin's really busy. He's a surgeon, but like the last 2 years, I've gotten him to go out with me and the other cousins. And the last 2 years have been great because we've gotten we've kind of like spoken out some traumas we have, and like they've been like, yeah, like our mom's finally bringing up the fact that. This is my cousin talking. He's like, my cousins, my mom's finally brought up that all the times my dad cheated and she knew about it, but she's now bringing it up now that he's old. You know what I mean? And just like yelling at him and all this stuff. And I'm like, wow. And then we all started sharing like our personal relationships we had with our grandparents because we all loved our grandparents. But my cousins were like, oh yeah, you were the favorite dude. So like they used to like just yell at us all the time. And I'm like, he's like, when you weren't around, they would just yell at us all the time. And I'm like, really? She's like, grandma was a bitch to us. And I'm like, you know what? That makes fucking sense. I'm like, knowing her personality and knowing, I loved her, but everything that you guys are saying rings so fucking true to grandma. Really? Where she just had a favorite and then everyone else was like sick and banana and she fucking hated everybody. And she's like, we were treated so horribly, dude, by her. And only you had that experience because you were the favorite. And I'm like, you know what? I know her personality and this checks out 100%, dude.
Oh my God.
But it was good to hear it out and like good to like for them to like talk out their trauma. You know what I mean? To be like, yeah, grandma traumatized this dude for all yelling as you did. And like, I could do no wrong. I would break things. I was a demon child and I was still the favorite. So I was the firstborn male. So.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh yeah.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You just want to believe the best of the people you love. You know, you put on the rose-colored glasses. At least for me, I always want to believe. I always believe the best of people and that people have the best intentions.
I think that's your fatal flaw sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's worth remembering, though, that if, at least within the confines of this episode, Beverly had no such revelations about her grandma.
No. It was all of our discussion is far deeper than what's going on in the episode.
Oh,
the episode
no, it does not get that complex at all.
I should go back. Okay. So then Beverly, we've throughout this deep conversation, we've talked about Beverly a bit, about her reading the journals, telling Deanna about the orgasms,
about Picard being jealous.
Each like scene that goes by, she becomes more infatuated and sexual towards these goddamn journals,
like sex crazed. Yeah, like she's going insane. Like,
yeah, it feels like it's like a mental manipulation of some kind, but they never acknowledge it.
Count Ronan. Yeah. And then this Irish guy shows up. Scottish guy. Oof.
Well, it's an Irish actor playing a Scottish guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why. Okay. So this guy shows up, and we don't know if this guy was fucking his grandma. The thing is, it's very sketchy, dude.
Yeah.
And I think he was. This is the part that
he's probably jealous of the ghost.
Yeah, I think he probably was. He was like, I can't compete with this man.
I think he was fucking her, dude, on the down low. You know what I mean?
Or he wanted to. He wanted to have a relationship. He's like, this damn candle keeps getting in the way of
this damn candle. She keeps fucking this damn candle.
And then at one point they figure out, so like the Enterprise is like, oh, there's some weird weather patterns going on. We gotta the only way to fix it is to shoot a laser into it. It's their favorite thing to do, right?
Classic.
Yeah. So they shoot a laser and then they start getting, there's fucking fog on the fucking bridge, dude. The fuck, dude?
Yeah.
It's like,
the planet is now being covered. The planet is now being covered in spooky green gas.
Yeah. It's Loki or Dr. Doom.
Because this ghost means business. Yeah. This anaphasic ghost form.
Is the ghost causing the storms? Is that what's going on?
I think they are fully acknowledging that is what was happening.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the ghost. Okay.
Data and Geordi go down to like the weather thing to fix some bullshit, and this Scottish Irish guy's there trying to fuck shit up, and then he gets mildly shocked and he dies, dude.
They kind of just notice him like after like a good minute. They're like, wait a minute, there's a guy down there.
Yeah.
Starting to pull shit.
But I want to point this out. Timmy or whatever his name was in Jurassic Park took like 10,000 volts, dude, to the fucking face, dude.
Oh yeah,
he flew off the thing.
Shouldn't have happened because his feet weren't touching the floor, and that's not how electric fences work. But sure.
And they just brought him back to life, dude. You know, and he had like the weird hair and the singed. You know,
it's the most cartoon like moment of the movie Jurassic Park.
It's one of the best parts of the movie.
Well, because the kid fucking sucks.
Yeah, the kid sucks.
This guy gets a mild battery fucking charge, a little static discharge, and he dies, dude.
Well, it's an anaphasic static discharge.
I don't care.
It's ghost
Annabelle,
electricity,
dude.
man.
Yeah,
it's extra
ghost
deadly
energy.
It's ghosty.
Yeah. Anaphasic is just their science term for ghost energy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's midichlorians.
Also,
Ghost needs a
one
host.
question. How could you be in this future and not believe in ghosts? Like, she's like, I don't believe in ghosts. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you
the
talking
more
about?
they've learned about the universe, the less it seems like there are ghosts.
No,
That's why.
the more it seems like it's definitely possible.
But there's always like an explanation for the ghost.
They always
in this case, anaphasic stuff is also an explanation for the ghost.
But I guess
like,
it's
it
interesting.
turns out is a white supremacist.
Like, what's your definition of a ghost? I feel like we've seen ghosts.
That's fair. Yeah,
You know?
things that can seem like ghosts,
like an apparition or like a different
All sorts of things that could explain the phenomenon of ghosts. Sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're also still. I thought we had established that humanity had grown past religion. I think they say that in the first season.
Yeah.
Like Picard says, like, oh, we don't have religion anymore. Yet they have like an Irish Catholic burial, and they even say amen after a prayer as they lower her.
Maybe that's just a ritual.
It's just nonsense. They don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Is it just a
be
ritual?
like a tradition.
It's like when Japan puts Santa on a crucifix and says Merry fucking Christmas or something.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know how like based in religious.
There are store displays of Santas on crucifixes that have been around in the past. I don't think it's like a mainstream thing, but it's just something that you might find. So
that's a wonderful, like, I mean, it's true. That's kind of what Christmas is about. If you just put the right things together, that's literally just what it is.
Yeah. Like how it's like, you know how we do things and say things that are based in like religion, but like have lost their context the whole time. Like saying bless you, you know what I
Bless
mean?
you.
Yeah.
I don't faith in Bagora.
To be fair, I would say maybe I'll go bless you, or I would say Marvin, shut the fuck up.
I've said
Bagul
the second
will respond to either.
I would be like, Jesus Christ, do you
Or
have
you'd be
to,
like, Marvin, you're
sing
so fucking loud.
You're so fucking loud. Yeah, that's
you'd
me
have,
usually.
we'd have new employees, and then Marvin would sneeze, and I'd be like, God damn, Marvin, shut the fuck up. And then they would turn around like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a good gag to do.
It's very loud. It's
they'd
very
be like, wow,
loud.
there's a lot of drama in this editorial room. Wow.
This guy just sneezed, and this guy
They
yelled
fucking
out.
hate each other.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It's a lot, Marvin. Your sneezing
know.
is like very loud and very sudden and very aggressive. And
My lung capacity is in the
very
99th
scary.
percentile. That's why it sneezes very loud. So.
Big girthy lungs, dude.
But it could be that, like, they're just doing the burial. I mean, also, why bury people
Big
even at
lung
that
energy.
point too? Like, just maybe vaporize them or turn them into a tree or
Yeah,
something.
dude.
They're just
Put 'em
trying
in-
really hard to be old-timey Scotland is all.
Yeah,
So I want
yeah.
to talk about a few scenes, and then we could move on. The scene where there's flowers all over the house. She goes back because she's having wet dreams, and then the ghost. Well, she goes back because she wants to get her back blown out again by this ghost.
Hell yeah,
Oh yeah,
she's
she
fucking
is
itching
so
for it.
eager.
Yeah.
Like to the point where they find the body and she's doing the autopsy, and then she goes, "I gotta go." And then they're like,
Yeah.
"Aren't you gonna do it?" She's like,
Yeah.
"I gotta go."
I gotta go.
I mean, has anyone had? I mean, I'll be honest. I've never had a dick that good. I will.
I mean, I don't know.
I've never had a
that
dick.
way.
Neither have I.
To be fair,
Like,
yeah.
I don't.
First
know.
one that I have could happen to me.
Giving or receiving.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, she's just like, I'm like, part of me is like, did I miss something? Like, I'm not sure. Like, maybe, I've never
You
been
need
like,
to meet more ghosts, Sarah.
I don't know. I've never
Remember-
been like so distracted and like pining and like rocking back and forth and like literally obsessed and like, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm missing out on life. But
I mean,
audience, let me know.
Have you ever been penetrated by green ghost gas? I mean, that's probably really, really
not that
good.
I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. I will say.
I will do this. I will say this. about addiction of any kind. This is like a sex addiction she's having, dude.
Yeah.
The first time I did cocaine, I did have the thought like, oh, I should never do heroin. This is fucking amazing. You know?
Like I could see the writing on
I had a friend who took heroin, and then he, in the back of his mind, he said, I can feel an addiction forming now. I need to stop.
Well, the thing for me was like, cocaine's so good that I could just imagine what heroin tastes like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if this, if I'm at a 10, what is heroin? Like a 20, dude? It's off the charts already, dude.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking like, I can never do anything stronger than crack cocaine or angel dust.
I mean, but that's like drugs, but I don't know if like dick that good exists. I don't know. I am not aware of it.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of it.
If you put it in the context of sex addiction, it doesn't have to be good. You just need it.
You just
that's
need
the thing. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm not the audience for that. I guess
you don't have an addiction brain.
I do though. I do have an addiction because there are certain to like drugs and stuff, and like I can definitely. Like, yeah, I'm with you. If I probably tried like heroin or something like that, I would probably go all in. You know, I would definitely have to be careful around that kind of stuff. But I don't have that, I guess, connection.
Unlike other people, you have to be careful around heroin.
Yeah.
Other people are fine with it. Yeah.
Everyone should be careful.
I can have a little bump every once in a while.
I'm a social heroin user.
Yeah.
I can.
I like
sense
heroin
that about
with my
myself.
steak dinner only.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. I can sense that about myself, that I could see myself like definitely falling into something that feels very good in that way. I don't know if I've experienced that, like, you know, like that heroin level with like on the sex level. So I'm just kind of like, all right, maybe that's not my vice, you know? Maybe some people it's gambling, some people it's sex, some people it's
gambling.
I've
it's
experienced that. I've experienced that with everything in life.
You're like with everything.
Yeah.
I do have my vices are a little different, you know? I don't know.
Experienced that with edamame.
It's a personality, Sarah.
Edamame.
You don't have an addiction personality. I definitely do in everything. Food, I had diabetes. So like everything is
okay. So everything's equal opportunity if it feels
everything
good.
Is everything.
It's not off the table.
Everything is, dude.
Legos.
Everything is. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to say like I could say that like
Blu-rays.
I could see myself getting addicted to like alcohol, drugs, you know, things like that for sure. I could see myself there, but I don't know about.
Don't worry,
else.
Sarah. One day you might just find the right ghost.
Yeah, but maybe the right ghost hasn't found me yet.
You don't want to know how many Pogs I own, dude.
Pogs.
Yeah. Like, and how many slammers I had, dude. I definitely have to be careful. Do you want to know how many shoes I have, dude?
Oh yes, that. Well.
So like, I have to.
That you don't even wear. You just.
Everything's just equal opportunity for you.
Yes, I do have to. I do have to pick and choose how I go about life, because if I introduce something new, it could records. You know,
yeah.
Like,
there's something about collecting shoes that always feels like worse to me than usual, even though it's unreasonable to feel that way. It's just that it's not fulfilling the very basic purpose it's supposed to be or do. Whereas, like, if you're collecting toys or figurines, it's like, at least you look at those. That's what they're for.
I mean, I look at the shoes every day.
I look at them. I look at them.
Yeah, I look at them.
Stare at all of them.
It's
funny, and that's essentially what those shoes are, and that's what I need to remember. That's what essentially what those become. But.
My wife today, she's like, "Hey, we're going to this place." And Disneyland, and it's a fancy like dress up place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you have to take nice shoes. Like, you can't have scuffed up shoes. Like, and I'm like, can I take sneakers? And she's like, yeah, but they have to be like nice. And then I pull out like 3 boxes of brand new shoes. And she's like, let's stop here and don't show it anymore. So I'm going to get upset that you just brought out 3 boxes of
brand new shoes.
I thought you were going to take out the spats.
Yeah. No, I did.
Get real fancy.
Yeah. No. So I have I have a personality that is very.
I wonder what would happen if you met a ghost.
I don't have to meet a ghost. I can tell you. I tell you.
You start inhaling that green gas right away.
Yeah.
You just start sucking it in.
Yeah.
And just start snorting it.
You're
right
like,
on
been
the table.
there, done that.
Just freebasing.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been like itching.
We're doing lines of Ghost.
I've never been itching
You're
for a person
hotboxing
like that.
ghost.
But I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm missing out on life. I'm like, I don't know if I've like,
Sarah, it's not a person though. It's not a person though. I think this is a specific thing, but when it's an addiction of something, it's not a person. It's not a thing. It's you know what I mean? It's so here it's a very specific situation. He's infatuated her, but if this was like a real addiction, she wouldn't care who it was. She wouldn't give a shit, dude. I will say that scene's really cool. The lightning is green, and it's
a lot of green effects throughout the whole episode.
I do like that scene because like she's having orgasms all over the place, and then like he's kind of haunting her, and like I didn't watch this on my surround sound speakers. I watched it on my computer. So I'm wondering if I listened to 5.1, if you would hear his voice coming around.
No.
You don't think so?
So an unfortunate part of this is something I discovered actually while trying to do some stuff with TNG Blu-ray episodes. The unfortunate part is that even though Deep Space Nine and some later shows that were still in SD, they were mixed even for broadcast in 5.1. So it's true surround sound.
Dang.
TNG was mixed for stereo. And because of that, they also never saved the original mix sessions. So when they made Blu-rays that said we have 5.1, what they really did is they created a center channel extraction. So usually dialogue tends to be in the phantom center channel of a stereo track. So they attempted to extract that, make that the center channel, and then just put everything else in the surrounds, just quieter in the rear. But it's actually kind of a disorienting experience listening to that fake surround that way, because you hear everything everywhere, and they couldn't do a proper center channel extraction either. So you do still hear dialogue behind you a little bit. And it's kind of distracting. Man. Yeah. So, I mean, because back then, center channel extraction technology wasn't as good. It's better now, but it's still an imperfect process. And it's still never going to be that great because you're going to hear the same sound effects in 4.1, basically. You're going to hear them. No, not 4.1. You'll hear them in quadraphonic audio.
Yeah.
Because you'll hear them all the left behind you and all the right behind you. And it's not a great experience. It's actually a show better watched in stereo still.
So this dude says, Beverly, we got to be one person, dude. Like kind of like The Fly. This is kind of like The Fly. Remember when Jeff Goldblum was like, "Oh, we could be one person." He was gonna like. Suck her into
that part. Okay, yeah. Not the fly part.
No. Well, he was the fly already. He was turning into the fly, and he was like, "Let me suck you into my cocoon." Right. You know what I mean? So he goes to the ship. And he lasers himself up, and he's like up there, and he's seducing her up there, and he's like,
it's funny because all of the language so far is kind of like, I can like be in love with you and blah blah. Yeah. I can ride the power beam up to the starship.
I can travel along the power transfer beam.
Yeah, I can travel along the power.
I'll ride the lightning for you, Beverly.
It's like a weird technology-based line out of nowhere.
Now, see, that is such good writing because it's foreshadowing for all the anaphasic jargon for later.
So then,
fantastic.
Here's the thing: is that she starts. The show starts off and she's really sexual and she's wearing like a nightgown, and then even Deanna shows up and she's wearing like this white, like really, even though she's covered up, it's just like, oh, okay, I never seen her wearing this thing. And then when she decides to like leave and she's like, oh, I'm out, I'm going down, and I'm gonna live in Scotland. She
that happened.
Started dressing like a grandma.
Yeah. She dressed in like the traditional Scottish clothing.
Yeah,
basically.
and I'm like, what? Also, I thought we were sexual.
Also, Deanna, by the way, has worn. That's their Makbara clothing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When they do the
battle
martial arts with the wharf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then they send Geordi and Data down to the planet because they're like, this is weird that she left, blah blah, and she wanted to leave. She basically told Picard like, hey, am I free to leave or am I hostage here? I'm like, like, what the fuck, dude? And then so they send Geordi and Data to go look at the grave and excavate it eventually. And they're down there, and in one of the shots, there's two graves that are funny. One of them says McFly.
Oh, yes.
And one of them says Vader.
Yep.
And that was really cool.
Yeah. It's like the type of inside joke where they're like, we can put that on the set on SD and broadcast, they won't see it. But then once they upgrade
now you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Seeing that just makes me want a Doc Brown commended headline somewhere.
I know, somehow.
Yeah.
Just put it in.
I'm wondering, had Back to the Future 3 come out already around this time?
Must have.
Oh,
Right?
Must have.
Because
It must
by
have. This is
94?
Yeah. It would have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Back to the Future 3 came out in 1990.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
That came out way before this episode. Yeah.
You know what's the crappiest part? Just having flashbacks about that. About like having my dad having taken me to go see Back to the Future 2. And then we're there and then the preview for 3 comes out and we're like, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? They filmed it already?
Isn't that strange that's like baked in? It's part of the movie.
Yeah.
It's not like a
trailer
promo
for the third movie.
It was
like
baked
so
in.
strange.
It's like if Return of the King had a trailer right at the end of Two Towers.
Yeah. And I remember being so pumped and being like, this is the saddest day of my life because you showed me this and now I can't watch it for months. You know?
Oh, well, that's like a classic cliffhanger.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the Marvel teasers where they're like, oh, it's just a scene. No, you're like, this is a full-on trailer. Extended trailer. By the way.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very clear that this is a full-ass movie that you're seeing pieces of.
Yeah,
and it's functionally finished. We're just waiting to release it.
And I'm like,
getting you hyped up with that boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, God damn it, dude! I gotta wait. Like, I think it was like, I don't think it was a full year. Maybe it was a year, but it felt like it was
sick pink fit Marty has on.
Yeah, dude.
They knew not to do it for the Matrix Revolutions. They were like, this movie.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea to do that for this one.
Let's let them forget. Let's let them forget how shitty this one is.
It would have worked if they just used the same Western music for the trailer for Revelation.
Yeah.
Or Revolutions?
Revolutions.
Revolutons.
Yeah.
So we as an audience don't know, like, is this guy a ghost? Does everybody see him? But then Picard goes down and he fucking appears and he's like,
yeah.
Picard. He doesn't call him by his name, but that'd have been cool if he was like, he would knew who he was. He was like, Picard, my nemesis, my sexual nemesis.
I mean, I
my
guess
potential
kind of.
cook.
Yeah,
they didn't really do
Would you
anything
like to
with
sit
it
in
here,
the cook chair while we?
Yeah. Well, make love to her. Yeah. My name is Duncan, and then the cook chair. Don't
Let
hit
him cook.
the button. So anyway, so he goes down. He's like, oh, he's like something sketchy's going on. He's like, excavate the fucking thing, blah blah.
Yeah.
And Count, fuck, what's his name? Duncan, whatever's. Yeah. He's like, hey, don't excavate shit, dude, and don't turn off the candle. And then he fucking shocks Picard, dude. He goes shocks him, and Beverly's like, I can't go. I gotta help Picard because
her goodness breaks
he's a fire,
through the spell.
He's a father of my child. The true father of my child. And so again, if you're new here on this podcast, I have the theory that Picard is secretly Wesley's dad. That's my theory. I'm gonna stand by it no matter what, dude. Even if I hear different, still standing by it. Even if they say he's not.
Beverly turns to camera and says, Ricardo,
yeah.
Beverly Crusher did not have a child with Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
I'm like, you don't know if she busted a Drake where she like took the condom home and then you know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Yeah, the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Anyway, you see the graves and it's McFly and Vader, and then so they excavate the grandma and the grandma fucking
that was so creepy.
That's
life,
fucking
dude.
nuts.
That turned like a horror movie.
Yeah, it just goes into like straight jump scare.
Yes. Yeah.
Was this released around October? I forgot.
No, it's January 31st.
January.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny because Picard immediately goes, let's exhume the body.
Yeah.
They're not talking to Beverly's, not asking her about her opinion about exhuming her grandma's remains.
No. It's like, can we do that? There's like, no, we're doing it. Yeah.
So anyway, they find.
I'm going to go to the mayor and tell him that I'm going
to. Talk to the mayor.
Mayor McCheese. And they basically excavated and they find out there's proton gas or some bullshit fucking answer.
Yeah.
And it's just like a gas ghost. Someone needed a fart and they've been holding it for thousands of years. And it's become this weird person. And the grandma's scary, dude. I wanted her to say happy and then be happy for Happy Gilmore, but she looked like Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Beverly not only turns off she puts down the candle, but then she blows it up. She's like, no one's going to light this candle. Boom, blows it up. And the ghost is still alive, but he's weak. And then he jumps at her like that ghost in Matrix Part 2. the albino ghost.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sure,
that thing,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And bam, she shoots it twice, and fucking he dies, dude.
Yep.
And then
And Beverly's devastated that she had to
Yeah.
kill her only love.
Yeah.
and then
She can never get fuck that good ever again.
No, never.
It'll
Yeah, what a
Yeah.
tragedy. You
And-
can feel it.
And she goes and talks to Jasmine. What's her girl's Deanna Troy. Deanna Troy.
Yeah.
And she talks to her and she's like, oh, and she seduced my grandmother, and for thousands of years she's been seducing and just finger banging everybody.
It turns out
And-
there's some sort of DNA thing that the
Yeah.
ghost wanted to go into that person back in the day. And,
He was sexually addicted to her DNA. Just kept going.
yeah.
And she's back in a Starfleet uniform, and I don't like that. I don't like that she quit. And they're like, "Oh, this is not real because she was seduced. She was horned up. Don't like." It would take
That didn't
months.
count.
It would take
Yeah.
months for her to be like, look, I was under like a weird trance, and like it wouldn't happen this fast. This is what I hate about TNG. They're like, just give me a little realism with this, dude. Like,
I don't think they're even like acknowledging that it was a trance or anything. It's just like, well, Beverly got a little too horny for this guy.
yes,
And
just
that's
give me
it.
this, dude. She's wearing civilian clothes. She's not in uniform, and she's like, yeah. And then hopefully Starfleet will reinstate me soon.
I'm
That's all I
reapplying
need. That's
for-
all I need.
Yeah.
That's all I need. And then and maybe the new doctor's checking her out. Like
They do
doing a
mention Dr.
physical.
Salar again in the episode.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
it's like,
But I just there's a lot of things wrong with it, but that end part that has nothing to do with the plot of the story is what pissed me off the most.
that
they didn't
little tiny
acknowledge-
nothing scene,
Yep.
exposition scene.
Yep.
That's fully ADR'd and terribly ADR. It's not even in sync as the
No.
ADR. Yeah.
Every time I watch this, I'm like, is this my server that's fucking this up, or is it the show like this? And then I wasted so many times I wasted time just like trying to reboot my server and being like, okay, that's
Is
I
that
think it's my
sync?
server, and I'm like, that's the fucking sync. Fuck it, which doesn't watch it like this. But I don't know, dude. There's a lot of things that it brought up some interesting conversations with us, right? We talked about how
Yeah.
Sarah wants to keep the past buried.
Yep, sure do.
Don't dig anything up.
Nope.
I need to find out everything out. I'm what the Mexicans call chismoso.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Loves the chisme. I think that's why me and my old boss get along. Because we were both the same. And sometimes like she's really nosy, and she'll want to know something that I know. And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you. And I know what you want to know, but I won't tell you until you bring me a piece of fucking juicy chisme. And she'll be
wanna
like,
trade.
dude, I don't have anything. I'm like, you have a friend. Find out.
You're such
who
a
she's
gossipy
sleeping with.
little bitch.
Find out who your friend's sleeping with. Bring me that. Give me something, dude.
Give me some. I need
Yeah.
something to
And
trade
one
here.
time
We
I got her
can't-
to disclose something about one of her friends. And I'm like, oh, you should have told me this.
Oh no.
You're like, God damn, I can't be trusted with this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had never told anybody, but I'm like, that was worth a lot of credits, It was a juicy one. So I'm like, okay, you got some credit with me. But as of lately, I've been like, you got to bring me some stuff, dude. You've been not contributing to this thing,
Yeah.
and she hates it because I'll withhold. I'll be like, no, you need to bring me something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Trade for a trade,
I like the episode if this would have been season 5, season 4. So I'm gonna deduct points for that, but it's salacious and stupid and silly. So I'm gonna go with a 6.5.
Okay. I'm actually somewhere close. I'd give it a 7.
Okay.
I think the biggest thing it's silly and it's like
Yes.
hastily written and there's a lot of stuff that doesn't connect together super well.
Mhm.
And the performance is outrageous. It's funny. At the time, Gates McFadden said she loved performing this part. She was like, this is amazing, like that you get to do to the point where certain like producers are on set like, are we allowed to like, are we getting
I
away
actually
with
have a
this?
quote from one of the writers that said the writer's name was Renee Echevarria. He wasn't the actual writer of the episode proper,
Yes.
but he was quoted as saying, just having Beverly basically writhing around and having an orgasm at 6:00 on family TV was great. So that alone, it was worth doing. We got away with murder.
yeah, because they don't say it out loud, but everyone knows that is what's going on. So, but that's I enjoyed the episode because it's going into territory that sci-fi just doesn't that often, which is like almost like a romance like a designed for women romance story almost, like it's interesting. I think that's an interesting like imagine if something like an interview with the vampire happened in Star Trek. That'd be kind of interesting.
Almost
really
what
cool,
this
actually.
was almost doing.
Yeah, it was basically doing the Mayfair witches, but in Star Trek, and that's kind of interesting. It is an interesting choice that I actually like in the later season, because they're like, well, they're well established now. Beverly hasn't done much the whole series. So how about let's put her in
Dan Aykroyd.
Put her in this weird, Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters. Let's just have her just splooshing out to ghosts.
I mean, I kept on getting reminded of Ghostbusters because the gas is green.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon green gas.
Yeah, it reminds me of this Ghostbusters activity book for kids that was like from a Scholastic book fair or something that my brothers had. It had the stupidest jokes in it, like, what do you call a green powder? Instant ghost. What do you call what is green and comes in a bottle? Liquid ghost. That's
those
verbatim.
Those are not jokes.
That's what was in there.
That's not a joke.
Everything was a fucking green thing because it was a ghost. That's what is in my mind at all times.
That's not even a joke. That's
Look, buddy, I didn't write it. That's what they told me, and that's what I based my entire sense of humor on. So here we are.
Okay. Well, you know what? But then what do you give the episode, Dad? What are you?
I think I'm right there with Ricardo at a 6.5. I feel like going to 6 is too low, but 7's a bit much for it.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, like it's a bit too messy. I do appreciate that it is very novel and unique in amongst TNG episodes. So it definitely, like, it's fun that it exists.
Yes, I am glad this episode.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's in there.
Exists. Yes.
Yeah, it's more fun honestly, that it's here.
And for better or worse, this ends up being kind of Beverly's defining episode for the series at large. Like, whenever anyone thinks of Beverly, they immediately think of the sex candle. Like, that is kind of like...
I'd rather imagine her dancing, personally.
But that's like the thing people remember her the most for in this series.
You don't remember the scissoring?
Yeah, I can see that.
See?
That too, but that's also involving Deanna, right? So it's like, and that's more of a Deanna episode. She just happens to be there. Like this is like a defining episode for Beverly late in season 7. So,
like another thought that went through my mind is like, because this had so much to do with like old Scotland, it reminded or it made me think at first, like, does this have any connection or linkage to Ronald D. Moore's later work on Outlander?
Oh,
but I don't think so. It's just parallels that it's old time Scotland.
I think basically what they were doing, from what I understand, they were like, well, let's dive into a Scottish thing based on Gates McFadden's actual ancestry. They're like, okay, let's just do a thing.
You don't think Ronald D. Moore was just obsessed with Scotland? And they're like,
well, he didn't write it. It was
but he might have suggested it.
It was a whole and I think that's also why they're like, let's just shove. That's why I think there's so many like weird, not necessarily connected parts. Like there's all this like Scottish ghost like folklore just shoved in, like the attraction of spirits to lamps and light. And like, it like seducing, like, I think that's also why it bears resemblance to the Mayfair witches, because Anne Rice is Irish and they're, Scottish and Irish are both Celtic, and a lot of the Celtic mythologies are similar. So, that's sort of where
there's
that connective structure. There. Yeah. So if you're cribbing from the same notes, historical notes, you're going to get some
I can see that.
Stories that resemble each other. But
I just remembered something else that made me laugh. It's when Picard, like Beverly tells Picard about like the age gap, and as Picard's walking around, it's like 30s.
Oh yeah.
I would never have an age gap between someone I date. I've never done such a thing.
My actor would never do such a thing.
No, that was a flashback where I was young. You all saw it.
Yeah. What do you think, Sarah? What are you?
I think I'm going to go. I feel like I agree with everyone else on a not 7.5, 6.5.
Okay.
Maybe 6.7.
Oh my God! Did you really make a 6'7" joke?
You can't. We're only on halves, dude.
6'7".
It's like shoe sizes.
Holy shit!
Oh my God! Why? Why, Sarah?
I don't think that
Sarah,
was intentional,
we're on shoe
but we
sizes.
stumbled into it, and now we're stuck.
I'll do it. A European 6.7 size.
7 or 6.5?
6.7. 6.7.
God damn it!
6.7.
Sarah,
yes,
pick
I'm
one,
going.
dude.
I'm going 6.7 because I'm.
So a 7. It's 7.
No, 6.7.
From this point forward, a 6'7" is a 7.
I like it slightly better than you guys, I think, but not enough.
Then give it a 7.
But 7 feels too high. That doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? I don't know. 6.7.
I mean,
You could
anyway.
give it a 6.5 and just explain why you like it. It's fine, dude. Don't make up a fucking weird number.
The numbers don't matter. Is that the whose line is it anyway? Where
The
he says
points
that?
don't matter in that show.
Yeah.
The points don't matter. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a silly episode. You know me. If you've been listening to this podcast for any length of time, you know I'm a ghost person. I'm a believer.
Sarah, the ghost person.
You're immediately like, oh, it's ghosts.
I was like, oh, a ghost thing.
Sarah does not have a corporeal form.
Yeah,
She's a ghost person.
You know, I live in New Orleans. I'm a big ghost person, supernatural. I'm an Anne Rice fan. I mean, you know, it doesn't get more up my alley than this, but they do it in like a really cheesy, like weird way. I don't know if I'm like a romantic. I mean, I love romantic ghosts, obviously, but
obviously,
yeah.
Who doesn't love romantic ghosts? God.
I mean, if you could have it this way, this kind of seems like the perfect situation, right? Like, I don't know. Sounds great to me, but
no, this dude seems a little controlling.
Sarah, can I tell you something about Anne Rice?
Yeah, sure. Rest in peace.
I heard of her like middle school, maybe high school. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was so disappointed to find out she was an Asian. So disappointed.
She was an Asian?
Why would just because her last name is Rice?
Because I knew so many. I knew so many people. I knew so many people that were called last name Moreno, and they were Hispanic. So to me, my young brain was like, clearly she's fucking Asian, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. But so that there's full context here. What does Moreno mean in Spanish?
Like dark skinned.
Oh,
okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay, I thought you were going for a parallel. Like, oh, well, they are named after a foodstuff.
Yeah, you know, and
like,
I know
Arturo Frijoles.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, and I also knew a friend he's black, and his last name was Black. So I'm like, she's gotta be Asian.
It's gotta make sense.
Then her name would have been Ann Yellow, Ricardo. It wouldn't have been
that's
Rice.
too racist.
Like,
but Rice is just like on the line, dude.
Just
you know
a
what I mean?
little reference there. Yeah, no, she's not. I mean,
and squinty eyes. That would have been the.
Or like, what about Ann Walk? You know what I mean? That would have been. You know what I mean?
That's
like
actually pretty good. That's
would've
really
been okay.
succinct. I like that. Yeah,
That's better.
Yeah,
I like Ann Walk more than Ann Rice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just a white Irish lady.
Yeah.
From
Did she
New
have a
Orleans.
tricked out Honda?
She was. What is it called when you like use other people's cultures?
Appropriation
of
Well,
of a
Rice
good last name,
is her married name, so I don't know.
Oh, her husband's Asian. So I may still be in the
He's also a white man.
Oh, forget it, dude.
So yeah, I'm not sure where the Rice surname, I guess, came from, but she's definitely not Asian. But
Yeah,
really,
Why
you're
was
right.
Rice?
Her full original birth name is
it's
Howard
O'Brien.
Allen Francis O'Brien.
Oh,
And
I think she
Wow.
pronounces
her
it
full name
O'Brien.
is her full name is Grain Long Grain.
Okay, so O'Brien, okay.
Yeah,
And then
like, I think that's-
she actually had two other pen names other than Anne Rice. She went by Anne Rampling and A.N. Roquelaure.
Yeah, that's her erotica.
Or Roquelaure? Yeah. So
Well, she has her erotica series. You know, a lot of writers write under.
Right, yeah.
Why are they so why are they cowardish? And
the publishers make them do that. It's not just that
they're cowards then.
Yeah, her son writes under his erotica pen name. He also writes erotica. Is Travis C. Rice.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're
he's
but
not
they're
English
publishers.
either.
Yeah, it's not. If you're gonna write erotica, have a erotic name, dude. Like Dick Girth or something. You know,
Does he ever
like
refer to
a cool
himself
name.
as Son of Rice?
Son of rice.
Yeah,
Son of rice.
Yeah.
That probably right.
Lentil?
You know, like
Yeah.
a Baconator.
Son of a baconator.
You son
Yeah.
of a Baconator. That is such a good curse.
Son of a
I unironically
baconator.
love that sandwich naming scheme. You know,
It's so
I
good.
do too. I do like the parental, the father, son, child.
The smallers.
The smaller
Yeah.
ones.
It's
are,
the
I
only
do
one
like
that does it, I think.
no.
Like if you're
there
but
is
why
a
son?
fast.
Can it be a daughter? Daughter of a baconator? You know what I mean? Like daughter of a. Why is
oh,
there
no,
no,
okay,
son?
okay.
Seen it.
A&W in Canada, they name their foods as if they are members of the family. So there's like a
nice.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
I've been to it. So like, what's an example? I go to A&W all the time. in
Little pizza.
Canada. What's it?
Yeah, so there's something called a Papa Burger, a Mama
Oh
Burger.
yes, I remember
Yeah.
this. Yes. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
you're jogging
yeah.
my memory. You're jogging my memory.
You can get a
Yep.
Grandpa Burger, an
Yep.
Uncle Burger. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
these are
Okay, there's a local chain near me
Yep.
that does like family named meal sizes. So you can get a mama or a papa sized meal if you like.
Hmm.
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at the A&W combo thing right now. Yeah, so they have like the double Papa Burger. You know, they have that's neat. Yeah,
But it's not as good as Son of X. or
no,
Y.
no, you know, that's more ostentatious. You know,
Yeah, like Son of that has weight to it.
Yeah.
There's gravitas to these sandwiches.
So we're gonna take a look at the Discord rating, and the Discord rating, as I said in the actual channel, it was a battlefield because people are trying to.
Well, love is a battlefield.
They're trying to
Battlefield.
skew the vote a certain way.
I remember hearing that at least it was colloquially thought that the women would be more into the episode than the men were, and I don't know if that's how it actually played out in the demographics.
Well, at least at the time, and especially internally when they were making the episode, all of the women loved the episode, and all the men were like, on it.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
which is very predictable. But the scoring is crazy. So the winning score is a 10.
What?
Wait,
All right.
But it's
This
kind of
is some tampering bullshit here.
But it's kind of split between 10 and 3, and the average is a 6.1. So
okay.
So-
I'll take the average.
yeah, so
As-
6.1 is closer to what we thought, even though there was some funny business going on.
Yeah, I don't like
but the
look
winning
of that.
score is indeed a 10. So this is this is an episode on par with yesterday's Enterprise.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to our discussion of Sub Rosa. If you guys liked it, give us a like rating.
When you say
comment.
Sub Rosa, it sounds like Sub Rosa, which is delicious in Spanish.
I know.
Which could be a last name for a Hispanic person.
Yeah,
Sub Rosa.
Sub Rosa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What is delicious? What is in secret in Scottish? Like how to say?
We're
Como
not-
se
I'm not
dice?
Scottish.
Como se dice?
None of us are Scottish, so we don't know.
Oh, it's just secretly. That's interesting. They just used a word. Oh, wait. If you're doing it in Scottish Gaelic, it's diomhair. Okay. Or
I'm not going to try to pronounce it.
good diomhair or something like that. So, yeah. But Sub Rosa, like, rating, comment wherever you are, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, etc. Also, if you guys want to get early access to these episodes, you could check out our Patreon or our YouTube membership. Both of those are only $1.99 a month, and both of those are now video. At least the Patreon eventually. I'm slowly converting all of the audio to video. And it's going to take some time because Patreon has an hourly or has a monthly limit on the number of hours you can upload per month.
But the RSS audio feed is unaffected.
Yes, the RSS audio feed should be unaffected, and I tested it. It is unaffected. But Patreon won't temporarily increase the limit for me, despite me explaining what's going on. So it's going to take a little bit. But once that happens, functionally, they will both be the same. The main difference will be because when we eventually start live streaming, it'll be to both as well. We can do a live stream to both. So functionally, the only difference is that the Patreon comes with that RSS feed that you can plug into like Podcast Addict or whatever to get early access as like a downloaded podcast episode, audio only. Or in the YouTube membership, you just get early looks at the shorts I make because I just set it to members first. So those are the main two differences. But otherwise, they're both $1.99 a month, and they get you early access. They get you access to the private Discord. They get you discounts on our merch store. Lots of stuff. Your name in the ticker. Yeah. So head on over to patreon.com/newbie Star Trek or look for the links in our podcast description. Also, speaking of merch store, fugitiveframes.store. We got a bunch of t-shirts for sale. T-shirts for sale.
They won't go stale.
Including our This Machine Kills Fascists Bathleth t-shirt.
They're all fresh. We swear.
We got the Skelerang fan art, which is awesome. We got actually, this is a good episode to promote the Dancing Doctor of Death shirt because it's a skeleton of Beverly, which is kind of a ghost. So buy that in celebration of Sub Rosa. And that's drawn by Dan. So, that's fun.
People don't even remember that.
No, they should know. They should know that you had a
I mean, if it were selling like hotcakes, then I'd be like, oh yeah, everyone should know.
Oh yeah.
Put a signature on there.
That's a big beefy skeleton on there.
Big beefy arm. Hello, the ugly one. You're looking so Mickey out tonight.
That's the dialogue from Sub Rosa. Yeah, that's basically what they. So you go to fugitiveframes.store. And also, if you guys ever want to send us an email, you can always email us at contact@newbiestartrek.com. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. So, funnily enough, this episode's about Scotland, kind of. And we have an unusually large amount of emails from Scotland in general over the years.
Really?
So I decided to just skim through the emails and see which ones are from Scotland. And I just found two really short ones that I thought were really funny. They're not even questions. I just thought they're really funny, so I'll read them out loud.
All right. Bring them on.
One of them, Dear Newbie Star Trek, I hate you guys. How could you all have hated the last episode? I don't know why, but I absolutely loved it. Haha. It was one of my favorite episodes as a kid. And by kid, I mean 2 years ago when I watched it for the first time at 26. Anyway, I hate you now. Love, Bookie from Scotland.
But which episode was it?
They don't mention the episode, so I don't know.
When was it sent? When was it sent? We can probably figure it out, or at least.
So this is one of the older emails that I look back through. So it says August 10th, 2023. So
okay,
that would have been like what, season 4-ish?
I think it might be even earlier than that. So I don't know. But even then, it could just be based on what they were listening to in order.
True. That's
yeah. You're right.
So
he did say last episode though, so that would usually
Some people just say that in their own context. They don't take it.
I want to believe that this guy is a reasonable man.
Or a woman. I don't know what.
Or they
person.
them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Bookie. So I don't know what Bookie. Yeah. And then the second one is, it's just a nice letter. Happy holidays from Scotland. I hope everyone is having a good day. Best wishes, Connor. That was it.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Connor.
That's really cool that we have people in Scotland. I would love to hear our Scottish audience thoughts on this episode.
Was his last name McGregor?
Hopefully not.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird to know he listens.
He's like, I like two things. I like Star Trek and I like fighting.
I like Star Trek and I like being racist.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's interesting though that because Star Trek's depiction of the Irish has not been great, but I wonder if their depiction of the Scottish seemed accurate. The mayor wasn't Scottish.
Yeah, Scotty's dead on, dude.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, dead on.
But they intentionally put like an alien mayor in charge of this.
Yeah, he's like a Scotch weeb.
Yeah, he's a Scotland weeb. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah,
it sounds like an insult, dude. I don't like it.
Weeb?
Well, basic.
Yeah,
it's often used in a derogatory way.
It's pejorative. Yeah, it's
put that
pejorin.
Yep,
pejorative.
The pejorative.
Well, thank you, Scottish listeners, and thank you guys for listening. Next time we're gonna be bumping back to DS9 to an episode called Whispers.
Whispers.
Whispers?
We're going from one spooky episode to another. So there you go.
Wait, did you say that was DS9 or TNG?
That's DS9. We're flying back. Did I say TNG? Because we're flying back to DS9.
I just didn't hear.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
keeping it spooky, though, with the whispers.
Yeah, the title suggests spooky, but, who knows? So,
all right. We shall see.
We shall say goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Take care, y'all. It's over.